Good morning, General Chat. We are coming today with a special guest. Obviously, all of the guests are special, but today is a big one. We have the king of the Discord, Neo, and we're going to discuss the 8th paywall Patreon exclusive upload from The Gifted Hater. This one is another part review, and this one is with this is a good one for me because it's a YouTube skater, or what I would consider a YouTube skater. I'd never heard of him before I was introduced to Joa's content. This guy is called Jeff DeCesare. Did I pronounce that right, Neo?
Yes, DeCesare.
Jeff DeCesare. It's his Upstream review. This was uploaded on September 28th, 2021. This currently has only 2,059 views. Pretty crazy. The Patreon archive is full of a bunch of hidden gems. So we'll have a look at this one and see if there's anything that pops out to us. Before that, let me do a quick sponsor read. Do you like flat whites and authenticity? Are you obsessed with the gritty, authentic LES NYC lifestyle of skateboarding? Do you love understated but authentic t-shirts, authentic socks, authentic NYC vibes, and film photography JPEGs? Then come on down to NYC's most authentic Australian-style coffee house, Cafe Christie. If branding and authentic marketing is how you like to express yourself, Christie NYC are currently running a great sale on their authentic streetwear, so check them out at shop.christienyc.com. Thank you, Cafe Christie. Thank you, Christie's NYC. Are you familiar with that skate-adjacent brand, now turned coffee shop?
You mentioned it earlier, so I am familiar now.
Yeah.
But before that, I didn't know about it, but
yeah,
Aaron Harrington is not very cool, but
what do you think about him? Because it's like, I know like you're a younger generation, but he's like one of the first Polar pros, no?
Isn't Pontus himself the first Polar pro? I feel like he's the guy to make himself pro first.
Well, I said one of the first. I didn't say.
Okay,
okay. Right?
Because you're right.
Because you're a younger generation, you probably just grew up with Aaron Harrington as part of Polar, right?
The thing is, when the first Polar video came out, I was too young to even remember, but I remember seeing him in Polar videos, and I've always not liked him because I don't like the way he wears his hat, like really tight. He kind of wears it like Jeff DeCesare, but like even worse. And he has like a big forehead too, so it doesn't help him out.
Yeah, it's cool to hear your perspective on it, because it's like, different generations come up perceiving things differently, because I grew up in the generation where, like, when I started skateboarding, like Tony Hawk and Christian Hosoi were just these things that already existed, but they were still relatively new. So the idea that you grew up in a world where Polar was just already almost a legacy brand and Aaron Harrington was already this like old head that you weren't interested in.
Yeah, but the weird thing is that Hayden, who I kind of live with right now, he's like in the same generation as me, but he remembers like Aaron Harrington from like the Static videos, but I have no idea. I feel like my skate knowledge isn't that deep. I feel like a noob.
Yeah, the Static videos are pretty core content, wouldn't you say?
I've never watched a Static video, so I wouldn't know.
Confession of an old head. I also have never watched a full Static video. I've watched some of the parts.
I watched the parts.
Yeah, but I've never sat down and watched a whole thing. My apologies to Josh Stewart and Theories of Atlantis. I think those are adjacent. Actually, I think Christie's NYC is part of that world as well. I think they might be distributed by Theories of Atlantis.
I wouldn't know, but You're probably right.
Funny how things are all connected. All right, let me push play on this so we can move on and see this. Do you have anything you want to say before we start?
No.
All right, cool.
Part that came out about 3 years ago.
Oh, hold on. Start from the beginning. Hi, Joa. Let's see what you got to say. Hold on.
Did you mute him?
I don't know. This happened the other time too on the winged one.
Maybe refresh the page.
everybody. How's it going?
There we go.
Today, we're going to be taking a look at the new Jeff One song video part that just dropped.
Okay, can you describe to the viewers what we're looking at? Actually, I always like to try to start off this the podcast with a visual description since it's an audio podcast only. So we got Joa in the top right-hand corner, which is a variation from he's usually sitting in the bottom right. Yeah.
Yes. And we're watching him reviewing Jeff DeChezre's part on Barracks, which is a really good part.
You like this part?
I like this part. It gives me very good vibes. The song fits very good with like big stair skating. It's kind of like emotional, and all the B-roll of him as a kid.
What was the song for this?
Oh, I have it right here.
Oh, nice. Thank you for the notes there, because
Called Diane Coffee, or Green by Diane Coffee.
Green by Diana Coffee. That's cool. All right, I'm gonna add that to my skate part playlist on Apple Music.
Nice.
Yeah, that was a cool trick, huh?
He touched on that. I think it looks like.
I feel like Joa would have stopped it if it was a touch, right?
Yeah, maybe. It looked like the board bounced on the ground. Can't really. I don't know. The thing about Jeff is he's. I watched this part and I've never seen this part before.
Okay.
And it's definitely a part I'm gonna rewatch in the future.
Because of the tricks, because he does some stuff like some like NBDs.
It kind of sounds stupid when I say this, but this part, like, it really makes me feel a way. Like, especially in the beginning, when I feel like also when they switch the camera, I kind of lose that feeling. But when they're using like the HPX and the Extreme Fisheye, it looks really, really good. Like watching Antonio Durao. But when they switch to like the normal Barracks camera, it kind of looks ass, and I don't want to watch it anymore.
Yeah, I don't even know like what cameras are used anymore. I kind of after the VX1000 and they started using that Panasonic camera, right? Is the Panasonic the one that everyone started using?
Yeah, the Panasonic.
Yeah.
HPX.
That's the HPX. Yeah. Once that kind of came in, I sort of just stopped paying attention to all that stuff. So what do you think about Joa's room situation in this? Because you just mentioned before that you're staying at his house, right?
Yeah, but that's not where we're at right now. I think that might be in his parents' house.
Okay. And do you think that's where he just keeps his towel on the back of the wooden chair like that?
Let me look on the video so I can zoom in, because I can't see on my phone.
Oh, sorry. Yeah, I think it looks to me like he's got a wooden chair, like with a wicker background. Like it might be some like Norwegian, like a Danish furniture, or maybe something Norwegian even. I can't ID the piece of furniture, but I think that's a wet towel drying on the back of it, which is like very disrespectful to wood, I would say.
Let me look at this.
You're from Sweden, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so in Sweden, do you guys have the towel warmers in the bathroom?
At my house we do. It's like a metal thing, like a rack.
Yeah.
It's warm. Yeah, we have that. They're
quite useful and smart, right?
Yeah, very smart.
So, have you ever seen one of those in the USA?
We have one in our bathroom, but it's not warm. It's kind of just like a rack or like a pole.
Yeah, but it doesn't have like the hot water going through it to heat it up, right?
No. It's no coiling system. Just like a bar.
Yeah, just a bar. Exactly. A towel. Yeah, when I first moved to Europe and I realized that they have those pretty much in every single house, it made me really readdress what the United States views as comfort and cleanliness.
Yeah, also I think the towel on the chair is like a classic gamer move. I would do that always when I was playing a lot of games. I would go out of the shower and then just put the towel on my chair and then start gaming. I wouldn't even.
So the towel drying on the chair to you represents just like getting to business, not necessarily like weird like American like bad hygiene practices.
Yeah, I think it's gamer bad hygiene practice. I would even go further. I wouldn't even like get dressed out of the shower. I would just wear it around my waist and then sit down and then game.
Okay, that's kind of sick. I mean, makes sense. What do you think about that? Oh, this is the. So now he's looking at the. Hold on, let me just turn this up a little bit. This is the footage you were talking about, right?
Yeah.
So something that you'll notice in this video part is the editing. There's a lot of retro B-roll from Jeff's childhood. And I think the intention there is to highlight the fact that Jeff has no...
All right. I was in. Yeah, so he's talking about the makeup of the video pretty well. Mm-hmm. Overall, have you seen many of Gifted Haters' part reviews?
The old ones, I haven't watched them in a long time. He hasn't made a part review in a long time, so...
Didn't he review your part?
Yeah, but I was in the other room. I watched that live, but it's different when it's you. It's very strange.
That's actually very meta that you were in the house while he was reviewing your part.
Yeah. I think I forced him to.
That's good.
And then Yuki uploaded it and then it almost has more views than my part. Like the Gifted Hater watches.
Yeah, the count view of the clipped channels and stuff. It's interesting going back through all the paywalled content here. It's funny how popular Gifted Hater is, and you would think that if people actually like his content this much, the least they should actually just become Patreons to see all this stuff. Because, I don't know. I
think it's mostly like kids who probably wouldn't pay Patreon stuff. So I think also like Joa's videos are pretty scarce nowadays. So I feel like anything Joa related will just get a lot of views instantly, no matter how shitty like the clip is.
For sure, but that's what I mean by like if it's scarcity, it's like, dude, like join his Patreon. It's not scarce at all. He's got like I don't even know how many uploads he's done. You know, I'm on this is like the 8th one that I'm doing right now. Mm-hmm. And it's like, it just seems like it's endless. I think I'll be doing this for the next fucking 5 years of my life.
I think you can check how many posts he has on Patreon. Like video posts.
Yeah.
You go for that if you're curious about the number. But there's a lot of videos.
Yeah, there's just not enough time in the day to figure out all these numbers. I just kind of go with it as I'm going. What do you think of this nollie flip down the stairs?
Let me play it in real time. Or is he pausing it?
He's pausing it. He's talking. He's yapping.
I'll watch it on my screen. It's the beginning.
I think this is an important part of the video because this part where he has it's frozen right here. Do you ever do this where you like see where the photo from the video would look?
No.
I kind of do that sometimes. Like if I see a flash in a video, I'll like pause it on that frame and kind of imagine what the photo is going to look like.
I feel like that's a photographer thing.
Maybe, yeah. But I thought I thought that little clip where he's watching him try the nollie double flip down the stairs, and he's kind of showing how no matter how good Jeff's tricks are, the fact that he's going to always kind of look really awkward and not necessarily cool or stylish in the photo has been a real problem with why he's probably never got like core mainstream skate backing, right?
Yeah, that's true. But I feel like Jeff, maybe if he approached it kind of different, maybe he would have been more successful. I feel like he kind of leaned into looking a bit stupid.
You think he did that on purpose?
I think he does it on purpose. Because I feel like if Jeff was like in a John Wilson video, it would make sense. Like he is kind of like unorthodox. He is like a crazy guy. I would want to see him in a cool guy video. I feel like it will make sense.
Yeah, I definitely agree. Like he's kind of an untapped resource in that. I just feel like, like I've watched skateboarding since the 80s, and I've always felt like there's always been kind of guys like Jeff. Obviously he's quite unique and he's his own special thing, so I don't want to take away anything from what he does and brings to skateboarding. But what I mean by that is just like there are these guys that are pushing things and there's just some sort of like aesthetic quality to the way they put their arms or whatever. Their style is shit, right?
Exactly. I
And
mean, there's a lot of skaters like that are cool. They have weird styles, but they're not leaning into this like content, being like a weird freak on the Barracks channel. They're like into cool videos, but they're still like have wonky styles. But
maybe I haven't seen enough Jeff content, but I just feel like he's quite like he's just being himself, and he's just not thinking about it too much, in my opinion. That's what I gathered from him. That he's kind
but
of
he has like a YouTube channel. He makes YouTube videos.
yeah.
They're
Yeah. I've seen some of his interviews, like where he like sits down and like talks to like that guy. What's this guy?
Lamont Holt.
Exactly. Yeah. Those videos. And so, but he always just kind of comes across as this guy who, despite having a YouTube channel, despite like doing the uploads, he still kind of has this like let the skating do the talking ethos to him.
Yeah.
Oh, this was cool. So now Joa has a little like a Lego guy pop up on his video. So maybe this is kind of him like experimenting with some of his different video tricks. What does he use to edit his videos? Is it iMovie or Premiere?
He is iMovie user.
Oh, okay. All right. Yeah, I feel like I've heard him say that. And what about the headphones? Can you ID these headphones? Those are gamer headphones, right?
Those are Astros. We still have those at the house.
Astros.
Yeah, they're OG.
Thank you. I've been trying to figure that out for a while now.
Yeah.
Well, since I do have you here, I'm trying to think if there's any other cool behind the scenes information that we can get.
I have funny stuff about Jeff.
Let it
from
rip.
the YSL contest.
Let it rip, please.
I think when he I was a judge at that time.
Which YSL did you judge? The first one. Oh yeah, that was the first time I ever saw you.
Exactly.
So to anyone listening and wanting to know a little bit more about Neo, aside from his skate part, which is on what's the name of the YouTube channel?
I don't even know. It's my own channel. I keep changing the name.
He has
If
one.
you search my name.
Yeah, if you search Neo Kea, there's one video part. Check it out; it's very good. But then the first time I was introduced to you was the YSL. That was the first time I found out about Ricky Glasser as well.
Wow. What a horrible way to find him.
I mean, it was pretty normal for. I don't think would it be better to find out about him by watching like Braille videos?
Yeah, I feel like that's peak Ricky.
That's how most people who know him is. But now,
Ricky and YSL is
but now he's making a whole new name for himself as like people are learning about him because Joe has been shitting on him so good.
Yeah.
So you met Jeff at that YSL, and that was a really good video. It's unpaywalled content. I definitely recommend, if you haven't seen the YSL videos that Joe uploads, you should watch them. It's probably the best contest skateboarding content you can watch, in my opinion.
Oh yeah, for sure. Yeah, when Jeff was competing at that contest, he's really tense in real life. Like if it's for money and he's skating for money, he's definitely trying hard. And I feel like when we were judging that contest, it was kind of in like a joking way. It was still serious, but it was also in like a joking way. And then I
mean, the whole concept behind it feels to me very satirical, do you know what I mean by that?
I think we misjudged one of his lines. Like we gave a line where he did more tricks, a worse score than a line where he did.
The judging was not coordinated properly.
It wasn't very consistent, and then I think he got really upset, and then Big Nakey, Chandler Brick, the Vera Skateboards pro, started yelling at Jeff, and it kind of became like an altercation, and it got really tense after that.
Yeah, Big Neck Chandler seems like he can be a pretty intimidating person.
I think he's really nice, but he'll let it rip. He doesn't really care.
Yeah,
someone being like a weirdo, he'll definitely say something. Like he doesn't have a filter, I would say. He's not afraid of confrontation.
That's what I mean. It's like he's obviously a super nice guy and he's super funny and kind. He comes across as kind, but once in a while I see some stuff where I'm like, whoa, damn, I wouldn't want to like really get on his bad side.
Yeah, he is scary sometimes. Really nice guy though.
Yeah, and then but the reason why I like the YSL so much was because of actually that moment. Because if anybody watches any competitive sporting events or skateboard contests, even, it's like there's always a problem with the judging. Like it doesn't matter what sport it is, whether it's fucking ice skating, even when there's not a judge involved. If it's just like football or like soccer or American football, it's like you're always gonna have these fucking fans that lose their shit when the player's losing their shit because they don't like the way something was called, right?
Of course.
Yeah. Which is.
But the thing is, when you're judging something like this, you're also watching at the same time. So it's hard to keep track of like scores you've given to be like very consistent. It's very hard. But I feel like if you're like a paid street league judge, you should definitely like be more careful with that stuff. Because you shouldn't be really like watching in like a entertainment value, but or like as in like you're watching the tricks and what's going on.
Dude, check out Joe's face.
The classic Joe face. He's ascended, man.
Yeah, Joe is showing a commercial, a Starburst commercial of what is it the guy's saying right now?
Like, I'm a little lad who loves doing pressure 360 inward hard flips. That's Jeff. I may be insane with just something about the body movement. It just reminds me of Jeff. I hope that I'm not the only one who sees that.
We see it, Joa. We see it. I love him. You know, I think this is one of the things that he does really well is he brings the comedy into it, right? Like he finds something that it reminds him of and he follows that path, right? So he pulled up a Starburst commercial, which I'd never seen before. You probably never seen it, right?
No, or I've seen that GIF or GIF.
Okay. All right. So it's something that's already like living in the online community or it's like nostalgia stuff. So I like that he pulled that back and made the reference, right? He kind of makes a meme out of the skate video. I didn't mean to interrupt you. Do you want to continue with why Jeff DeCesare is a tweaker?
I wouldn't say he's a tweaker, but he's very tense and he's serious about his stuff, which I like. But
did you like judging that contest, or did you feel?
I thought it was really funny. That was the first time I met Joa, and I remember thinking, "Wow, he's really tall in real life." And that was when he was wearing that crazy hat. That was a good moment.
Yeah, he had the kind of like a master of ceremonies. What is it with the person at a circus, like they call it the ringmaster, right?
Oh, I don't know.
I think that's what
I've never been to a circus.
Never?
Never.
Do you feel like
weird?
No, it's not weird. It might be a cultural thing. Do you feel like you're lacking something in your life from never been to a circus?
I know what a circus is. I've watched movies about circus stuff, but yeah. I've never really been to a circus. I've never had the opportunity. I don't think my parents were very fond of circuses.
Yeah, I don't really like a circus as an adult. And even as a kid, I went to a few, and it wasn't like I ever had a real blast. It always felt like a bit like I'm supposed to be enjoying this, but it's not really for me.
Yeah.
You know, maybe like kind of the same way like musical theater. Like if you've ever, do you know what a musical is?
Yeah. My mom does opera, so I've been to a lot of musicals, I guess.
Yeah, so it's like there's a certain type of person that really enjoys that, right? The whole thing.
Yeah.
And whereas like me, as soon as I hear like that type of singing, I'm always kind of like, oh God, I can't deal with this.
Yeah, she wouldn't do those types of musicals though. I feel like I remember watching my mom's musicals and I would get uncomfortable because she would always almost have to kiss like another guy, and I would watch it with like my siblings and my dad, and I was like, Dad, what the hell what are you letting Mom do?
Well, it's already cringy enough to watch actors kissing. You know, like I remember being a little kid and like seeing a movie. There's this movie called Big with this actor called Tom Hanks. Have you ever seen this movie?
big. No, I have not.
Anyway, it's a movie where like it's kind of a kids movie. It's not necessarily. It's more of like a family comedy, or maybe but like it's with Tom Hanks, and there's like a scene where he's like getting busy with his love interest. And I remember being like 6 years old or whatever in the movie theater and feeling really like awkward and like not liking that it was on the screen,
Yeah.
But that's not my mom getting her boob touched by Tom Hanks. So
Exactly.
So
Yeah, I don't know.
you had a whole different thing. But
That was really bad.
I mean, you survived. You survived it.
Yeah. Anyways, that YSL thing was really fun. I remember I had to take a train from Santa Monica all the way to Orange County, and it took like 4 hours. So I had to wake up at like 5 because I had to be there at 11.
And why did you get invited to be one of the guest judges?
I don't remember why. I think because I was in Los Angeles and I wanted to skip a guy, and he asked me, I think, if I wanted to judge a YSL. Or maybe we had planned it before. I don't remember, but it was definitely very fun.
So the Discord was already in existence at this point. That was your connection?
Yeah, I was already like a Discord mod.
Who started the Discord?
This guy named Tristan. He's from Arizona. He's not really active anymore, but he's basically the guy who made the Discord. There's been Discords before. I think I don't know what happened to those, like the 1800 nipples one, and then there's another one. I don't really remember. I wasn't in those Discords. I joined pretty late.
So Tristan, I've seen his YouTube videos. He does like reviews of like Mountain Dew beverages and stuff.
Yeah, and like shoes. He's like a hype beast kind of guy.
I also saw he submitted a clip to be in one of the YSLs, right?
Yeah. I don't know. I don't think
He didn't get chosen though.
No, he did not.
Well, shout out Tristan for creating the Corey Glick fans Discord server.
Thank you, Tristan.
Thank you very much, Tristan. And so he created it, but you've kind of taken it over, right?
I mean, it's still, at the end of the day, it's Joe's Discord. Who owns the Discord doesn't really matter because it is like a Joe Discord. But
he disowned it.
That's true. I don't know.
Dude, I think it's yours, man.
I don't want to claim the Discord, but I'm happy at the position I am at right now.
Well, let's just think this through, because like we live in a world of fake news and debatable facts, right?
Yeah.
So the facts are the current Discord is called Corey Glick's Fans Discord. It was created by a guy called Tristan.
Yeah.
And Tristan never like phased it out, but you have all the control now, right, over the Discord. I saw you're trying to revamp it a little bit. You're creating new roles and things like that. Yes.
I figured it was a time for a cleanup because it's been a while.
And
a lot of flop.
So I'm assuming, I don't know the history, but correct me if I'm wrong. I'm assuming Joa requested for someone to create a Discord for him because he didn't want to deal with it, right?
The thing is, I wasn't around. I didn't skate at that time, so I missed that whole thing. But I'm pretty sure I remember it being like that. I think Tristan made a server and then invited Joa, and then Joa would like invite the Patreon member. It was when the Discord was created, it was only for Patreon members, and then I think when I became admin for the first time, I think I was the first person to open up the Discord for the non-paying people. And then we closed.
Okay, that
was my doing.
So you created that into a space for everybody, as opposed to just because it started out as a Patreon perk. That makes sense.
Yeah. I think at the time we felt like the Discord wasn't that active. So we opened up a public channel for people who were not paying. Mm-hmm. And then it kind of became like a non-paying Discord completely, but we would still have like Patreon channels.
Do you remember what year this was?
This might have been late 20 or early 2023 or late 2022.
Okay, so this Jeff DeCesare upstream part review, again, it's September 20th, 2021. So I'm gonna be seeing about 2 more years of paywalled content before the public Discord really starts entering into these uploads, right?
Yeah. Let's see. I can find the exact date when the server was made.
All right, yeah, go for it. I'll turn up the volume so we can just hear what Joe has to say about this clip.
For some reason, Jeff had some extra juice for this trick, and he just sends a fat ollie off of it. I mean, he went no fear on this one. This is the most pop that we've seen the entire video part, and it's off of a fucking roof. Just eats it.
That was a big blast. Just whenever you're ready, go for it, Neo.
I got it.
All right.
It started in July 3rd, 2022. So maybe it was late 2023 when that happened.
All right. Well,
That's the Discord open.
Well, I'm looking forward to seeing how that enters Joa's content creation as we kind of explore each one of these uploads. Because, I mean, nowadays it's like... And when did he start streaming? Was that at the beginning as well, or did that come later too?
He started streaming probably before I even knew about him. I remember people telling me that he had a different Twitch channel that got banned because of his username.
Ah, okay. So 1-800-NIPPLES. Yeah, Joe Gifted Hater streams on Twitch under the name Idiopot. Is that right?
Yeah, something like that.
Yeah.
Either he got banned or they forced him to change his name. I don't remember. I wasn't there.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and if any listeners have any questions about this stuff, you can always pop into the Discord. What's the best way to access the Discord if you don't actually have an invite link? Or do you not want to give that information out?
No, the server is public, but now that I think about it, it's very, unless you you're watching the streams, there's not really a way to find the Discord server because the link that's in the Patreon is expired.
Yeah, we should have Joa. Maybe you can ask Joa if you want to build the Discord. You could always have him post that in his bio on his Instagram or something.
Yeah.
I don't know.
I'm not sure he just came here. Hi.
Is that Monster? Oh my goodness.
That's Monster. Hey, Joe.
This is a big moment for the podcast. We've got Monster, and I think I heard Joa.
Yeah, it's Joe.
We're recording from inside the apartment. The call's coming from inside the house.
I'm doing the podcast.
Oh, wow. Oh, that's why you're up there.
And that's why I'm up there.
What's up, Sloan?
What's up, Joa? Nice to hear.
How's it going?
I'm pretty good. It's just Friday. I passed my math exam or French exam yesterday that I've been failed 4 times already. So it was a big day for me yesterday.
Nice. High IQ.
We're watching your Jeff DeCesare upstream part review. This was the 8th Patreon exclusive upload that you gave to your Patreon community.
Is it good?
Yes, it's really good.
Okay, thank God.
Do you want to answer a question for me?
Yeah, sure. What's up?
Take a look at the screen, if you can.
Yeah.
So, where was this? Was this your which building is this? Is this your parents' apartment? Is this your apartment?
No, that's my dad's house.
Okay.
And that was my room in that house.
Okay. So,
yeah.
Can I ask a couple private questions?
Sure.
So, like I said, this is the 8th video. So I think maybe 2 videos earlier than this, we got an ID of a young female walking around in the background, but they don't engage with anything. They kind of just go in and out. Can you confirm, was that a love interest? Was that a girlfriend? Or was that your sister that you've been talking about lately?
It's probably my ex-girlfriend that was living with me because I was filming stuff during COVID, I would imagine. But my sister was also living in the house, so if the woman looked half Chinese, it was not my sister.
I think she had blue hair.
then that was the Chinese one.
And so you were dating a Chinese woman,
Half Chinese.
a half
yeah.
Chinese woman with blue hair.
Yeah, that's right.
All right, well done. That's good.
Yeah.
Well, we just finished up the video. Neo, do you want to rate how would you rate this piece of Patreon exclusive content?
I'm going to put my headphones on so he's not biased.
Thanks, Joa.
I'm back.
All right, so I like to rate these from 1 to 10 for like content value, because this is all paywall stuff. And basically, I'll go first, or do you want to go first?
I think the part reviews are always good because he goes into detail about certain stuff that you normally wouldn't think about. Like it's Joe is very like good at like articulating his like views on skateboarding and
Fully
like,
agree.
Skateboarding parts. So I think it's definitely worth it. So I would probably give it a 10.
I appreciate the thoughtful response, and I agree. For just like bang for your buck value, I would say it's a 10 out of 10. Out as far as like part reviews go on YouTube's, I agree. I think he's probably the best one at it. There's a lot of like really horrible part reviewer people, and then there's some. Yep. Right, so he is good. He brings up little animations. He has like references, right, like that little Starburst commercial he brought up.
Yeah, but I think mainly it's mostly how he argues for specific stuff. Like he's very good at making arguments and making them sound like it's easy to listen to. Like it's not like when I'm speaking. Like my arguments sound like they don't have a foundation like his. So I think it's you'll learn a lot from listening to him speaking about skateboarding, especially parts and stuff. So it's definitely a high score.
Yeah, 10 out of 10. We both agree. I think this is the first time both me and my guest have completely agreed on the value of the content.
Really?
Yeah. I don't give them all 10 out of 10. This one was, like I said, because currently now I think the Patreon offers 1 upload a month, which I don't know if he actually still does that. But at the beginning, Joel was doing 1 a week.
Wow.
Insane.
Yeah, but I think the problem right now with him, his videos is he overthinks them. Like he really wants to make a good video because I feel like if I was in this position, I feel like there's a lot of pressure with having the amount of Patreons he has. So I feel like every video you make has to be very good.
This is the second time you brought up feeling pressure, since we've been talking about this. Is this like a reoccurring theme in your life?
But what was the first time? I don't even remember.
The pressure you felt when you were a judge for YSL?
Yeah, there's always a lot of pressure. I feel like when you want to do something that you're really passionate about, there's a lot of pressure on like yourself because of how people are going to perceive it, like what you're making or what you're doing. I have a lot of pressure with like my skating. I mean, I feel like most people have that, I guess. But
and that's all just self.
It's like the same with like making videos.
But that's just and you're talking about just self-created pressure, right? Like not like actual not like a societal pressure based on like how you look,
exactly,
or like where you're from, or not like a pressure from an employer or something like that, right?
Exactly.
Yeah.
You feel like you owe people your best version of yourself. So I feel like Joa thinks that he has to make the best video for his Patreons. But what do I know?
Okay, yeah, so that he hasn't actually said that to you. That's just you psychoanalyzing
exactly.
Your... What's your relationship with Joa? Is he like a mentor? A friend?
I mean, yeah. I feel like he, at this point he feels like a big brother to me. But he's definitely a friend.
That's nice. Yeah.
He's a very good host. It is very enjoyable living with him.
Yeah, the apartment looks pretty nice. One day if I start doing YouTube videos, we'll hopefully get a little tour next time you're there.
Yeah, hopefully you become famous, and then he'll let you in here.
Well, I think our time is finished. The video's been over, and we rated it, and I appreciate your time talking with me, Neo.
Nope, I've been waiting, but you never have time for me.
Yeah, man. Time is a flat circle, as they say, right?
Exactly.
Let me think. Oh yeah. You got any shout outs you wanted to give?
Ooh, let's see.
Here, I'll go first. I'll go first while you think about it. I want to shout out all the Discorders for their clip of the month submissions, the 5 on flat. I want to shout out specifically myself. I want to shout out Joa. I want to shout out Unknown Slayer. And I want to shout out, who's the other Canadian guy who filmed with Unknown Slayer?
Butt crusts.
And shout out Butt Crust. In my opinion, those are the only 4 correct submissions for this clip of the month. From what I understand, 5 on Flat is like an Instagram viral thing created by a guy called Big Henny Dog from New York City.
Big
What was that?
Big Hand Dog.
Yeah, is that who created the 5 on Flat?
Yes, exactly.
Yeah. So if you go to if you look up 5 on Flat online, I would imagine if you're going to do a submission that is an homage to that, or not even an homage, if you're trying to recreate that, it needs to be shot the same way. And Joa did that correctly, filmed perfectly by my man Neo. I did that correctly, filmed perfectly by my girls who are learning to ride bicycles at Place Morichard. And Unknown Slayer and Bus Crust also did it perfectly. Everybody else fucking blew it, and that shit doesn't count. And it's just another example of how brainless and retarded we all can be. So I'm not even throwing stones. I'm like, I'm a retard and I'm an idiot as well, multiple times. Let's just call each other out and be better next time.
You know what? When I think about it more, I think you're right. But I think it's mostly our fault as the clip of the month directors for not being very detailed about the submission stuff. We should have said maybe that it's a homage to the Big Hand Dog one,
and
because that's what it was.
And
we didn't really.
Sorry, this is. I'm having a redemption moment. So, can we talk about this quickly?
Sure.
Do you remember my first clip of the month submission?
The straight 8.
That's right. Can we get Joe back here? Can you tell him? I'd love to hear his opinion.
I think he's in his room.
Don't bother him. Don't bother him.
2 a.m.
Yeah. So, looking back on my straight 8 in a row clip of the month submission, did you watch it all the way through?
Yeah.
Okay, so a lot of the criticism...
We've talked about it in the house. Or in the car. Okay,
so a lot of my criticism, or not a lot of it, the loudest piece of criticism about it was coming from somebody who, one, didn't submit a clip of the month, so that already pissed me off. Mm-hmm. If you're going to talk shit about somebody's submission, submit yourself, or shut the fuck up and just let it go, you know? So yeah. I was already pissed off right there. And then we find out later that motherfucker didn't even watch the whole video. So he's already yapping and putting in his 2 cents about why it doesn't count or why it's stupid or whatever when they didn't even watch the whole thing through.
Who are you speaking about? Is it Evan Jolly?
I think that's the guy's name. Yeah.
I live pretty close to him. You can get his input next time.
Well, I don't care about his input. That was what I was trying to get across to when Joa invited me onto his stream to discuss the clip of the month, and then all of a sudden, I've got this brain dead dude yapping about why I don't care about his 2 cents. I was just wanting to get Joa's impression of the clip of the month that I submitted, that I spent a lot of time on, that Can I Have Cigs Please edited. You know, it was I thought it was a great little clip clip submission. Let's have a laugh. Blah blah blah. Haha. Sloan couldn't do straight in a 8 in a row, but he still managed to do a fucking submission, right?
Yeah.
And instead, it gets blown up into this stupid thing where all of a sudden, like, I'm an idiot or I'm some old head who doesn't understand what a straight 8 in a row is. When it was never stated that we're going to do the straight 8 in a row. We just said...
Exactly. That's another example of...
miscommunication.
Of us, or the person, I mean, let's say me, that I'm not specific with the details about the contest.
100%. And then the next one, do you remember what the clip... I mean, you don't remember because you've done so many clip of the months.
I think the next one was maybe... tallest no slide?
Highest no slide. Which I just barged through and said, fuck it, I'm going to submit one and I'm going to make a goal. And then I know you got a little touchy about that because you were like, well, you're not allowed to pick 'em, Sloan, right?
I didn't get emotional, but...
No, I didn't say you got emotional. You got a little bit like... I realized I was stepping on your toes. Like I was going around these unknown clip of the month guidelines.
Yeah.
Where
it's fine.
I agree. It is fine. Nobody got hurt. Like it's totally cool.
I think when I type my messages on Discord, I can come across as very demanding and very rude. But in reality, I'm not. It's the opposite when I'm behind the screen. That's what sucks about Discord because you can't really tell.
Oh my god. Everybody always thinks I'm arguing. I'm like, dude, I'm not arguing.
Exactly.
It's a fucking conversation, dude. It's like I have an opinion, you have an opinion. Let's just talk. You know.
Most of these conversations, if you had them with like a person in real life, it would probably end up very differently.
I sadly have to disagree though because this is like a common occurrence in my life. I am always like getting into arguments with people in real life, and I'm like, dude, this is just how I talk. So that's something I need to work on.
I never.
Well, like I said, that's what I wanted to get out of the way. I think it's important to have this on here as well because you're now revamping the Discord, you're revamping the clip of the month, and I think a lot of the communication problem with the straight 8 situation was that people didn't see like, oh, Unknown Slayer started the clip of the month. Okay, Unknown Slayer actually changed the rules or adjusted the rules to be as long as you do the straight 8.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Which that's details, so it was fine.
Exactly. It was completely fine. And that's why I was so adamantly fighting for my perspective and why I did it the way I did it.
Yeah. I don't see any wrong with your submission.
Yeah, no shit. My submission was fucking great. It was better than everybody else's submission.
But later, the argument became, what is a straight 8? It wasn't really about the clip of the month.
Okay. So do you disagree that the straight 8 is not the 8 non-rotating flip tricks that involve a flick where the board only rotates once? Like the straight 8 are these 8 specific tricks.
The thing is, I don't even know where it originates from. So I
use your brain. It doesn't matter where it originated from because I can tell you if you're actually interested where I think it originated from. But use your brain. What are the straight 8? It's 8 specific tricks, right?
Yeah.
And is there any debate on what those 8 tricks are?
But when you say straight, what other meaning could it have other than it being in a row?
Okay, this is where the misunderstanding is happening, and it's not because you're stupid. It's because I've had this conversation with people that speak English. They are associating the word straight with like in gambling, in poker, you have a straight, right? Mm-hmm. And a straight is when all the numbers are in a row, right? Like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, you know? Mm-hmm. Instead of mixed up or whatever. But the reason it's called the straight 8 is because it has nothing to do with doing them in a row. It's the 8 single, and I'm just over explaining this because like this is just the reality of why those 8 tricks were chosen, okay? Mm-hmm. So those 8 tricks are the only 8 tricks where the board stays straight as it flips.
Okay.
That aren't pressure flips, aren't double flips.
That makes a lot of sense.
Exactly, because that's what it is. It wasn't when it was first thought about. Like, who did the first nollie kickflip?
Probably Ronnie Mullen.
It wasn't. It was Ali Mills. He did it in
Oh
1990.
yeah, I remember that article. Yeah.
Exactly. He
Is
did it. He did it in 1991 or 1992. I can't remember which date. But guess what? Guess who was in that room when he did that?
You.
Me. I was a little motherfucking Grom at skate camp, at Inner Skate 91 skate camp. Ali Mills skated for the New Deal team. Ali Mills, like I learned, if you watch his part from that video where that nollie kickflip comes, he does this thing where he launches off of a quarter pipe and then lands in a rock to fakie on a bank and then rolls back in. It's a super sick trick, and I was like 11 or 12 years old, and I started doing that like because I watched him do that trick. I couldn't get to rock, but I could blast out, land on the wall, and then roll back. And he learned nollie flips, or at least landed nollie flips there. My homie, who was the older kid, he went out and learned nollie kick flips that day after watching Ali Mills do it. So Rodney Mullen hadn't even done a nollie flip yet.
I see.
So Ali Mills does the first nollie flip. Immediately, one guy that I know learned a nollie flip that day. I guarantee you, like 25 different pro skaters learned nollie flips that day because they were all in the room at the same time. Like Tommy Guerrero was there. That was when I met Jim Thiebaud.
Okay.
So the straight eight could not exist before Ali Mills invented the nollie flip.
Yeah.
Because there was only, and then switch didn't exist back then. It used to be called fakie nollie. So like a switch 180 was a fakie nollie 180.
Jesus.
So after Ali Mills did the nollie flip, then came a switch flip, then came a nollie heel flip, then came a switch heel flip. They all came right after each other, all at the same time. Who did it first is always debatable, blah, blah, blah. But at some point, those 8 tricks existed. So fast forward to the next summer. I went back to the same skate camp. So at my skate camp, if you were an expert, if you were in like the top level, you didn't have to wear pads. And the way the head of the camp decided who was an expert was he came up with this idea of, or it seemed like me to us, he came up with this idea that, hey, if you can do the straight 8, you can skate without pads. And it wasn't to do them in a row. It was just showing him that you could do all 8 of those tricks.
And this was in 92?
1992.
Okay.
And I remember, because I was a little Grom, watching people show it to him, like proving to him that they could do all 8, And,
Yeah.
and it wasn't in a row. It was just like boom. And I remember one of my friends learning switch and nollie heels and switch flips and nollie kick flips that week. So by like Friday, he didn't have to wear pads.
I see.
So it was like this cool thing, like for us to all try to do throughout the week,
Yeah.
And here's the thing, I'm not even saying that Dave Schreiber invented the straight 8. I'm simply saying that was the first time I heard of the straight 8. That was the first time I think a lot of people had heard of the straight 8 because there was no internet, right? There was no online challenges. There was no Braille. So to all of us at that camp, it wasn't to do it in a row. Nobody was required to do the straight 8 in a row. It was just, if you could just do the straight 8, you were in this elite level where I think only maybe 20 or 30 people in that whole camp got to skate, could do it. And not one of them did it in a row.
Yeah. I mean, doing it in a row is very hard. I've tried it myself. But that makes a lot of sense that it's only because it's a straight flipping maneuver.
Well, yeah, that's why it's called the straight 8. It didn't become the straight 8 in a row until like 93 or 94, until later on, where it started to get to the point where like people were getting super good and people were learning every trick, Like, I mean, back in the day, dude, like it was pretty crazy. Like a lot of professional skateboarders like couldn't do certain tricks. Whereas like, fast forward to like the Paul Rodriguez era, it was like, no, dude, you need to be able to do every single trick.
Yeah. Wow, you have officially moved me over to your side of this debate. I agree with you. It makes way more sense than it being in a row.
And here's the thing. I'm not discrediting. You can do the straight 8 in a row, and it's super cool and way cooler than just being able to do the straight 8. But being able to do the straight 8 is, in my opinion, still a fucking admirable thing. It's like dropping it on a vert ramp. It's like it's still an elite level.
Yeah, maybe we should do a straight 8 clip of the month 2.0.
I'm
Okay,
down.
good.
I'm down. I'm totally down. Okay, well I'm very happy we got that sorted out. This made my whole week, man. I
Nice.
passed my French class. I got a new pair of swim trunks from Dries Van Noten, and now I've got some. I got to talk to Joa, and now I got some straight 8 closure.
Exactly. Can I do my shout outs now?
Please do your shout outs.
Okay, I want to shout out to my family. I want to shout out to Sweden.
Shout out Neo's
And,
dad.
I wanted to shout out to my girl, who right now, but I still wanted to shout her out. And then I want to shout out Joa for hosting me here, and then I want to shout out Sloan for this opportunity to talk my ass off. And I want to shout out Skate Rama, OG Discord user from San Francisco.
Damn, I don't think I know that person.
He is a special dude. Very, very into conspiracy theories and
Ooh.
OG skate. He's probably older than you. He's like 50 maybe.
Well, he might really like one of the up and coming guests on the podcast.
I hope you could get Skate-Rama on. I will tell him to be more active in the Discord so he has the opportunity to be on here.
Yeah,
He's very, very interesting.
let him know the Discord has evolved. All the children are getting older. The whole Discord is unk at this point.
Yeah, the Discord is flourishing, man. I like what I'm seeing. Even though there's a lot of unnecessary drama, it's very nice to see the Discord very active.
I mean, I don't think there's that much unnecessary drama, really. What do you think?
Not necessary. It's pretty funny to read.
What's the biggest drama that's happened in the last 6 months in there?
In the last 6 months? I couldn't tell you, man.
Yeah, because it's not drama. It's just
Yeah.
shit happening.
I feel like the only time something serious has happened where I've been involved was when there was this one guy who would message or send my ex-girlfriend all my messages from Discord to her Instagram.
Yeah, that's.
I don't know if you were there for that, but that was insane.
I missed that, but that's pretty crazy. That's like, what stays in the Discord should stay in the Discord to some extent.
Yeah, and he lived like in Canada and she lives in Sweden, so I don't know what he was trying to do.
Psychopath.
It's a crazy long distance relationship.
Disturbed individual.
But it's all good now.
All right, and did I give my shout outs already?
You shouted out the Discord users and everyone who submitted the clip of the month.
Yeah, shout out to the whole Corey Glick's.
The real ones, please, not the fake.
Yeah, shout out to those who understand CRT. That's critical rotation theory.
Exactly.
All right, put it in the books. Thanks, Neo.